Welcome to an online class for STIW 2043 mobile programming. Today I'm going to talk about two things. The first is how to import libraries, and the second thing is that how to perform async task, or what we call as a background process in Android Studio. So I'm going to do the following tutorial from Vogella. The link already been provided in your learning system. So this tutorial look into Android background processing using Asynctask. So Asynctask basically is a class that allow for particular instruction long execution instruction to be run as a background process. Why do we need this? This is basically when we do have some process that take longer time to complete. The application tend to stop responding and waited for the process to finish. Process such as downloading data from internet or number crunching operation that might take quite a number of time to process. That kind of process you should put into Asynctask class. So once we get that over, so I'm going to start with this tutorial. So this tutorial basically use the following classes. So go ahead and create new project, and we start with the first part. So here we do have one text view and one button actually. So button provided by this on-click operation. So we start with the interface first. So instead of using text view, I want to use a different. I'm going to use text with multi-line text. So I'm going to make it a little bit bigger because I'm going to do download data from the internet. And I'm going to have one button. So this is the button. So this button is basically going to download the content from the internet. So I'm going to change, put button text to download. Download. So once we get that over with, we need to make some reference to the edit text. So the edit text is a private edit text edt1. And then we make the reference to the edt1 equal edit text find view by id r.id.edit text. Alright, so once we get that over with, moving on to the next step is basically to have this class, private class. So the class start from that part to this part. Start from download web page task till this and clip braces. So I'm going to put it inside here. So of course, a few things that you need to import: Asynctask requests, but hold on, because it basically uses a different request class from OkHttp client class. So since OkHttp client class is an external library, you don't have that in your default Android Studio, so you need to import this first. So to import OkHttp client, you go to the following link to import the OkHttp client class, OkHttp class into your project. So to import, just get this compile instruction and put it into your Gradle file. So the Gradle file is inside Gradle script. So access build.gradle and put it in dependency section. Okay, so once you put it in, save the file, and you can see that the Gradle file has changed and you need to sync. So this one you need to connect to the internet because the file is going to download the library, so wait a little bit. So Gradle basically downloading the library into Android Studio. Wait until it completed, and then done. Okay, hold on, it's still updating Gradle. Okay, done. So now you can import the OkHttp client class, and for that request class comes from the OkHttp, not from the other classes. Okay, so you get request com.squareup.okhttp. So also for this one, and this one require IO exception, so you need to handle that. Surround with catch, and also with this you need to surround with catch. The example provided in here, they do have some problem with the curly bracket. So the curly bracket should be outside. Okay, so you need to change the curly bracket structure. Alright, so once you get that over with, okay, moving on to the next method, the onClick method. So you get that onClick method and put it into your main activity class. Okay, put it here. Okay, so for example, I want to download from different website, let's say from google.com. Okay, so I need to make this reference to my button here, and the onClick reference to this. And one more thing that you need to look into is that when it printed out the output, okay, so it basically print out the output into the what is it? So this is onto the background. Hold on, got where is it? Text view. Okay, so onPostexecute, I forgot to put this. Okay, I forgot to put this. You need to put onPost within the class, because this is basically going to handle once the data has been successfully downloaded in do in background method. So instead of text view, I put it in the edit text, so change that to edit text. Okay, so here handle once the data successfully downloaded in using the class. Okay, so once you get that done with, don't forget to import the user's permission internet into your manifest file. Okay, once that done, run the project, Okay, so make sure that you're connected to the internet. Okay, so this button basically will download content from Google, www.google.com. Okay, so press download. Oops, something wrong. Edit text. T1. Mission internet done. Edit text reference here. Yeah, edit text. You get the edit text. This is edit text. And then edit text.set text plus result. This one you get from you might need to have this. Okay, let's try that one once again. Okay, done. Alright, so this is basically page from Google. So you get that HTML page document when you request www.google.com. So you need to have the HTTP first, and the class download web page task, basically the one that handle the downloading process, and the downloading process is in the do in background. Okay, so once the downloading completed, the result, the string result here, basically the one that hold the content of the web page. And this is basically how we execute the class. So the object task here basically will execute the instruction in the class to perform the do in background method and also onPostexecute method, and passing this string URL to the class here, to the variable URLs here. Okay, so that basically it. So in this tutorial, basically you learn about how to import library, and then add permission into the manifest, and then use the Asynctask class. Okay, there are two methods here and another one here, and this button basically handle the operation to call the class object and execute the Asynctask method. Okay, so that is all. See you next time.